This would begin when the life of all the universes was being debated in the Tournament of Power. The Tournament of Power had reached a very key moment where Goku would face the warrior Jiren of Universe 11. Both were fighting, but the superiority of this guy before the Saiyan was more than evident. As initially had happened, Goku did not occur to him better idea than to make the genkidama. This for him could mean his elimination, if he got to kill Jiren for that reason. But this did not even pass through the mind of the Saiyan. Anyway, Goku would ask for the help of all the others to create the genkidama with the help of everyone present. Everyone wanted to get rid of Jiren, so they would give their energies. The genkidama would be created to later throw it to Jiren. But surprisingly, Jiren was giving it back to Goku. Things were complicated, since Goku, despite using all his power, could not be able to stop it. Finally, it would impact with Goku, but here, the story would be different. Goku, to be consumed by this energy, could not die, but could not survive this. At that time, Goku would think in all the memories of his past, and this would disappear at that time by that energy. Meanwhile, they would not eliminate Jiren because he was not guilty, since this technique was performed by Goku himself. Goku never appeared after that, and Beerus asked Whis what happened with Goku, and Whis would tell him that somehow he had not died, but he was not alive either. This left Beerus very confused, but whatever happened, the destiny of Universe 7 was inevitable. Goku was not, so this made the defeat of Universe 7 was imminent. Vegeta could do absolutely nothing, and this was the end. And Zeno-sama would erase Universe 7, and Universe 11 would be a winner. Planet Vegeta. But what the heck is this place? Where am I? Why am I on a ship? Oh, wait. Who are those guys? That man is identical to me. Is he Goku Black? No, why not? Bardock and Gine were talking at that moment, and they were talking about how they would send Kakarot to another planet. Gine would ask Bardock why he was so worried about his children, but Bardock would tell her that for once in his life, he had to preserve something. And above all, his son was destined to be a low-class Saiyan. Goku would listen to this conversation, and he was attended to what was going on. Wait, I died by the genkidama. Jiren was stronger. I couldn't beat him. That means that somehow I was reborn. I see. My body's too small. I guess now I'm a kid again. Those are my parents. I must tell them to take me out of there. Goku at that moment would try to talk to his parents, but they couldn't hear him since they were inside the ship and no sound was coming in or out of it. Hey Bardock, didn't you feel that? I felt as if someone wanted to tell us something. Gine, what do you mean? This isn't the time for this. We have to get Kakarot off this planet fast. Goku inside the ship, he would see that neither of the two were listening to him, and they would send Kakarot's ship, but before taking off, it would destroy the ship completely. But what happened? He's our son. How did he do it? You're my parents, Bardock and Gine, right? Bardock and Gine were very surprised to see this, because they couldn't believe that their son was talking to both of them. Kakarot, you can talk, but how is that possible? I must explain to you. I'm your son, but I've obtained the conscience of me from the future. It's something difficult to explain. I'm your son as a grown-up, but then the child of me as a child. I don't understand. This is very confusing. I kept my memories, but I don't know if my powers too. I must know. Goku at that moment would transform into the Super Saiyan, leaving his father perplexed. Oh, apparently if I keep my powers, this is fascinating. But what transformation is that? Maybe it is the legendary Super Saiyan. But if my son is a low-class Saiyan, how did he get that power? In another place, some trackers were broken for no apparent reason, and it was not designed to perceive so much power. Everyone would be scared and would tell him Frieza, who did not believe them. Mr. Frieza, try it with your tracker. Frieza would use his tracker to feel the key of this guy, but he only saw the number of the counter increase until it broke completely. But what? These trackers are broken. Bring me others. Frieza would use the others, but in the same way, these would break instantly. But whose is all that power? Maybe it's him. No, I don't think so. On the other hand, Goku would untransform and tell his father Frieza will destroy their planet. I must stop him first. Wait, so if it was true what I thought about that wretched Frieza... That's right, father. Excuse me, but I can't do it anymore. I must hug them. Goku would hug his parents, because he knew everything they did for him. He would spend a moment like this, but Goku knew that there was not much time left for Frieza to destroy the planet. And he would tell his father, we must eliminate that damn Frieza. Son, but he's too powerful. We cannot do anything against him. That's the same reason I wanted to send you to another planet. Son, you must save yourself. Father, you still don't understand. I may be able to defeat him. In the future, I've already done it too many times. Jine, worried, would tell her son not to risk his life that way, because he was just a little boy. But somehow, he would understand that he could not stop him. Bardock and Jine did not seem to understand very well about the rebirth of the Saiyan, but they would go to where Frieza was. Bardock asked to see him and Frieza would come without problems. Bardock would say to Frieza, I already know everything, Frieza. That's how you plan to destroy the planet. I knew it. You still have that great fear of the Super Saiyan. You're miserable, Frieza. We who serve you, and you will only pay us by eliminating us. You are trash. But what things you say, Saiyan. You annoy me. I better kill you at once before you ruin it, and those apes try to run away. Frieza, at the top of the planet, would prepare a ball of red energy to kill everyone on the planet. There were still Saiyans outside the planet who had not yet arrived at Frieza's fake meeting, but there was no time to wait for them all. It was a pleasure to meet you, but your end is more than inevitable. In the future, you could give me problems, and I prefer to avoid you. The only thing that stops you is your inferiority, but at any moment I know you would betray me, disappear. Bardock, surprised, would say to Frieza, Please don't do it. You'll end our whole existence. I was going to give you a little more time, but you got in the way. It seems that someone from my army reported this. Frieza, without further ado, would launch his attack, which was about to hit the planet. Bardock would try to stop it, but it was impossible. Frieza just laughed at that moment, until suddenly, the energy was completely discarded. The red light that illuminated the planet and determined its end had disappeared, leaving Frieza perplexed. But what the hell happened? My power was destroyed. But how is that possible? What Saiyan would be able to stop a power like that? It was me, Frieza, the one you feared most. I'm here to condemn you to death. But who the hell are you, you insolent child? Frieza would send his soldiers to finish off the boy, since he did not think it necessary to do it himself. But they were perplexed when they felt Goku's power. Frieza did not understand why his soldiers reacted that way. He was angry. I told you to attack him! Obey, you idiots! The soldiers were sweating from fear, but they attacked on Frieza's orders, despite the fear that this boy generated in them. But in less than a second, Goku had finished them all off. But how? I didn't even see him move! What happened? It seems that my son is the being you feared so much, Frieza. Your nightmare came true, and he'll end your miserable life. Damn you. That insignificant child. Don't say such stupid things, Saiyan! Shut up, Frieza. It's time for you to die. I'll change the destiny of this planet.